Street, but yet there's not been signage on the stations, and some of us have not really gotten a clear view as to what's going on very shortly.
Okay, thank you, Ben, for the introduction. Yes, for those of you who travel to Long Beach on Metro, we are closing 4 stations starting September 20th. 4 of the Long Beach Blue Line stations will be closed from Anaheim Street to the south. We're going to be running free bus shuttles in place of the trains. It's going to be approximately 1 month that the Long Beach Loop will be closed.
Oh, 1 month.
So if you're a rider on the Blue Line going southbound, when you get to Anaheim Street Station, that'll be the last stop. There will be 2 buses, 2 free Metro buses waiting for each train, which run every 12 minutes, the trains do. So the buses will also run every 12 minutes. And we'll have 2 supervisors there to help people that need directions. But basically you get off at the south end of Anaheim Street Station, cross over Long Beach Boulevard, and the buses will be right there at Long Beach and Anaheim.
You say the south end of the Anaheim station?
Yes, you exit the south end.
That does not work for those of us in wheelchairs.
Okay.
Because there's no exit,
Well, you
no
can
ramp at the south end.
Okay, good. I'm glad you know that area, Ben. And you can, of course, then use the north entrance. It'll be a little bit further to get to the buses, but as I said, there'll be 2 buses. So along the curb there of the west side of Long Beach Boulevard, the buses will be facing south, ready to take off with each train that arrives. So there'll be supervisors there to help you get on board, as well as the bus operator. The stops on the bus bridge will correspond with the 4 closed rail stations. So should I read those stops real quickly? Is anybody interested in that?
I think I'm probably the one that's most affected by anyone in the community because, and the stops would be 5th Street Station, 1st Street, Transit Mall, or Transit Galleria, and then Pacific Station.
Yes, that's right. Except the Transit Gallery or Transit Mall will be closed to buses and cars. People on bicycles or people on foot or in wheelchairs will still be able to get through on 1st Street, but the buses on the bus bridge are going to be going down to Ocean Boulevard. So the stop in place of the Transit Mall will be on Ocean Boulevard, near side of Pacific Avenue.
Okay.
Okay. And then those buses will come back up Pacific Avenue towards the Anaheim Street Station, drop you off at the Anaheim Street Station where you can board a northbound train.
Where would we catch the northbound bus at 5th and Pacific? Would that be south or north of 5th Street?
North side of 5th Street on Pacific.
At the regular bus stop?
I believe it is, a Long Beach Transit bus. And we'll have signs at each of these stops indicating that there's a free Metro bus shuttle.
Thank you.
Will there also be a staff member? Because signage is rather difficult for quite a number of people that we're teaching. I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. So is there somebody there who's going to help navigate that? And I'm not just talking about ability-wise, I'm talking literacy-wise.
Yes, our plan is to have staff on site.
At each of the stations?
Well, there'll be, 1 supervisor will be roving among the stations, and the other 2 will be fixed at the Anaheim Street Station, and if necessary, we can send supervisors to different locations. But the plan is to have 3 supervisors there in addition to the bus operator, some of which will be taking a break in the area. So there'll be plenty of Metro personnel around to help with directions, navigation, and the like. Yes, Joe?
Is this only for 1 month, did you say?
Yes, it starts Saturday, September 20th, and we are going to be finished by October 19th with the work on these 4 stations.
And will you have flyers? It seems to me that flyers could, blanket
Yes.
that area and would probably.
And it would help if you could get some major signs up at the stations, because I have yet to see a sign on any of those 4 stations stating anything about this. And since I live 3 blocks from the Pacific Station, and I use all 4 of those stations, and I haven't seen the signs, and frankly, I've looked for signs and seen none.
Okay, I've seen some of the signs inside the trains. We have some posters up. We also have some take ones on the buses, and they're also in the cafeteria. I didn't bring any today, but there are some take ones. It's a real simple take one that just shows graphically the closures of the stations.
The first
Also-
thing that I saw relating to this was on the red line coming here this morning.
Oh, okay, good. So you did see it inside the train, and
But it
we're
was on the
passing.
red line, not on the blue line, and there's been nothing on the blue line stations.
Okay, I'll check into that. We are passing out these take ones to the community in Long Beach as well. We're hitting both sides of Long Beach Boulevard, going to all the residents and the stores and retail areas. So we're trying to get the word out. Keep in mind, we still have 9 days to accomplish this before we start, so.
Yeah, right.
I'll bring your message back though, Ben, that we need to step it up.
Okay,
You did send,
and I would like to talk to you afterwards.
you did send stuff, I live on Loma Vista Drive, and you sent stuff to people who live on Loma Vista Drive stating that you're going to be, it's going to be noisy, and we're gonna have the different trucks coming down out of And so I got that, but Ben, who lives on
Fifth Street,
Fifth Street, did not get any.
I actually live closer
Yeah.
to the blue line than she does, and there's nothing that's come to my building, and I live in a building that's all persons with disabilities.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we get to that building, man.
Okay, thank you.
Blanket, yeah. Kevin says we're gonna blanket, that's the right term.
We did
Okay.
send a link yesterday to AAC members, a link to the Metro website detailing this effort. So we would encourage you to forward that link to any of your colleagues or friends, neighbors, so they have access to that information as well.
Can that be resent out?
Unfortunately, I haven't been on the internet since Tuesday.
I understand.
Okay, thank you very much.